My experience with youth sports is that it falls to the parents, and I'm willing to take that responsibility. I can't speak for everybody, but I think if my son or my child's playing, then it's kind of my job to be there, to support, to coach, to work, to do what I need to do. I think the city shows up. We have our park, they maintain it. I feel really good about it.
I agree. I think the city does a good, as far as promoting some of it. The city's obviously, due to there's some insurance and some other liability issues that prevent as far as how much involvement the city can directly have with some of those youth sports. But I feel for what we have right now, I know my son's pretty involved in a lot of the different activities that are out there. I see a lot of the individuals. I see a lot of our city staff, a lot of our current council members, a lot of everybody who's involved in the community there. So I think they do ample. As far as supporting, like Darcy said, they maintain those areas for us, and that's a big asset that they can give us.
I know as one of the coaches for the last 5 years here, I come from an area where they have a recreational director that's over it. Right now in our community, the way it works over those younger sports, it's generally the head coach at the high school that finds those coaches. And as one of those coaches, it's extremely hard right now. We got a game tomorrow as varsity, and then at the same time, the 7th graders are playing in Kanab. The 8th graders play on Friday, and it's all generally done under direction a lot of the time the head coaches. So I think there's got to be a shift there, more city-based with the recreational director.
I'll agree with Barry. I think the city needs to be more involved with the youth sports. If you look at it, you see a small handful involved, but you see majority of parents. I mean, I could point out a number of parents who spend all their waking hours trying to get these youth sports going and make sure that the kids are motivated and the parents are there. I would love to see the city more involved with that, because then it shows that they're more dedicated, more behind it. But right now, I don't see it there, and I hope we can see more of that in the future.
I think if you asked me this question a year ago, I would probably be a lot more critical of the city's involvement, but I think over the last year you've seen the city step up, and you've seen the city provide a little bit more support for the parks and recreation of this community that hasn't necessarily been there in the past. And so I think we're headed in the right direction. I would hope that if I'm there, I can continue that support and build on that.